field again with the old 180 some thousand mile Ranger. Dogs out there running amok. But anyway, I want to do a quick video of how to tell if your PCV valve is gone bad. So on this Ranger it has, and I'll show you that real quick. It can get stuck in two different ways. Now if it gets stuck closed, you generally won't have too much of a problem. Your oil will get a little dirty since it's not getting good forced ventilation. It'll just be you know, breathing through the intake line. So usually there'll be a intake line where air is drawn by the manifold vacuum from one side through the engine and then pulled from another side into the intake manifold. So the first line sends the air from the air cleaner. So it's just kind of like a cycle. So if it gets stuck closed, your oil will get dirty because it doesn't really breathe very well and it can't suck all that junk out of there. But if it gets stuck open, it's going to act like a massive vacuum leak, and that's how this Ranger is right now. So we'll pull that out and I'll show you, because it's not supposed to be flowing a really high volume of air at idle, and this one really is. So I wondered why it was kind of weak in the lower RPMs, and now we know why. Massive vacuum leak and leaning the engine out. So we'll take a look really quick. Alright, so we pulled the PCV valve out, and as you can see, as you can listen to the motor when I close it off, see how the idle drops there? It's got a huge vacuum leak and it's really sucking on my thumb pretty hard. So I'll let it out, the idle goes up, close it, and we drop back down. So obviously our PCV valve has gotten stuck open. So we'll go ahead and replace that and get all our power back in our engine. So we'll shut the truck off really quick now. Alright, so as you can see there, a massive vacuum leak, and you know, it's not good for anything. It's supposed to regulate the flow, and it's just allowing that intake manifold to suck oil up into it, and it's before a lot of the controls like the idle air control and stuff, and it can carbon your IAC all up, your idle air control. You can see from my thumb here that I was covering it up with that it's really probably passing a lot of oil through it and getting up in the intake and carboning it all up. So anyway, that's a way to quickly determine if your PCV valve is going bad. And again, you'll really notice it if it gets stuck open. Super loss of power, it'll act like it has a vacuum leak, because for all intents and purposes it does have a vacuum leak. So anyway, there you have it, you know, something to be mindful of. Anyway, keep on wrenching. There you go.